About to show an external battery 12 volt 10 ampere hour 2 USB integrated charger for lighting systems and mobile charging stations and lantern charging. This is a charge controller equipped distribution box which can take input from up to 150 watt solar panel and can charge up to 100 ampere hour battery. This has got 8 ports. Each port has a limitation of 1.5 amps and a total overall limitation of 10 amps. It is dynamically adjustable load and there is a fuse when the load exceeds more than 10 amps. This is a solar panel input which can accommodate up to 10 ampere hour or approximately 150 watt panel, or in some cases even up to 200 watt panel. We have equipped this solar panel with a wire which is fitted into the input of the solar panel as it is shown here, and when the switch is switched on it can activate the 8 ports and there is a level indicator which will show the battery potential. If it is full lights, all the 5 lights are on, that means 100% battery capacity is available, and accordingly you have the indication for 75%, 50%, 25%, and when the battery is low, which is an indication that the system should not be drained any further without affecting the life of the battery. We have 8 ports, thus with a 4-way splitter up to 32 lanterns can be charged, but in this system we are only providing 25 lanterns to ensure that the panel and the battery can handle the load dynamically. In the daytime, when there is solar radiation, the charge controller box and the distribution box will directly absorb the solar radiation and distribute it to the various lanterns, and the excess energy, if any, will go to the battery. In case we do not have 25 lanterns but we have only partial load of 10 lanterns or 15 lanterns, the extra energy which is generated does not get wasted but gets stored in the battery, which can be used in the night time. We have supplied a Arundhati 2 watt solar lantern with 3-step switching, 1, 2, 3, and it is equipped with a 2800 milliampere battery which will give backups of, in step 1 more than 12 hours, in step 2 more than 8 hours, and in step 3 more than 5 hours. This battery of 2800 milliamps can get charged from this system in about 7 hours on a bright sunny day, or in about 10 hours in weak radiation. Lantern has got a PCB inside, and in 99% of the cases, if the asset is handled smoothly, there will not be any damage. But in case of any damage, the entire kit has been made in such a manner, by opening the 4 screws, the lantern can be opened up, and the PCB which is here will have 2 important components. This is a switching component and this is the charging socket. The switching component is this 3-step knob, 1, 2, 3, and the charging socket is here, which is here. In case of any fault, it is very simple to replace these components, and these are the spares. This is the charging socket and this is the switching knob. These two with minor training can be enabled, and this defective switching knob can be removed and the new knob can be soldered in. Similarly, the charging socket, in case of any failure, can be replaced with another charging socket, and which we are providing spares. Damage occurs to these charging sockets when these charging ports are not inserted properly or completely. If there is excessive force, the pin which is inside this charging socket is likely to get bent, which will not then charge the battery which is inside the lantern. So every time the operator who is operating the system should make sure that the charging pin is inserted gently without any force and without bending the inside contact pin. Cords which can be connected to the battery externally, and then we have the black for the black terminal and red for the red terminal, and the battery can vary in size from anywhere from 20 ampere hours to 100 ampere hours. We can even connect a 150 ampere hour battery as long as the discharge from this distribution box does not exceed 10 amps at any point of time. Which is used as a charging station in the daytime can also function as a lighting system in the night time. Now the 8 ports, which can handle about 1.5 amp per port, can also be used for lighting 4 bulbs per port or something like 32 bulbs. This is extremely useful in occasions where for hiring out such systems in rural areas on occasions like marriages, birthdays, or any other religious or personal festivals in areas where there is no grid connectivity. Apart from powering a 3-watt 12-volt LED bulb, this can also power a tube light of 8-watt LED, which has the same function and uses the same port, but at the same time providing a much brighter light. So apart from the function of a charging station, this is also a lighting station which can be hired out on occasions and income generation. When it comes to hiring out, it is very simple. A charged battery of 100 Ah or 150 Ah, like the battery which is here, is used, and it is connected to the input with the external ports for the distribution box, and the amount stored in the energy stored in this battery is used in the night time for lighting purposes. This charging box can also be charged by AC, and we provide a 3 amp charger, as chargers of higher rating are very expensive. Thus, in rural areas but which are not off-grid, the same box can be used in those times when there is power available with the help of a charger to charge the battery, and in the night time the charging of the lanterns can also take place and the lights can be powered. 8 ports and 2 USB are controlled by one simple PCB, which is modular in nature and which can be replaced in case there is any malfunction. And the charge controller, the fuse and the on-off switch are in this PCB, which are connected through the third transformer which is in between, which is again modular in design. Thus, this box can not only function as an external charging box, by increasing the depth and width of this particular box, an inbuilt battery of 40 Ah can also be put inside, which can be carried from place to place. Thus, this charging station can charge lithium-ion powered lanterns, mobiles, DC tube lights, DC bulbs, and any lead-acid battery lantern of 6 volts 4Ah, 6 volts 4.5Ah, 9 volts 4Ah, 9 volts 6Ah, or batteries which are used in walkie-talkies and various other applications. This product is very versatile, simple, easy to use and extremely user-friendly, as laymen and illiterate people can use the system without any minimal damage. The system is already equipped with reverse polarity protection, high voltage disconnect, low voltage disconnect, and other protections which are normally associated with such chargers.